The bell above Vitali's tailor and social club chimed. An old lady stood trembling in the doorway, clutching a vintage silver pocket watch. She looked past the intimidating bulk of Axel, and her gaze landed on the man in the tailored suit. She stammered, holding out the watch. "My son, Carlo. He told me to bring this to you. They're going to take my daughter." Nicola Vitali took the watch. His fingers trembled for a fraction of a second, feeling the cold weight of a 40-year-old promise. Inside was a faded photo of a younger him with his best driver, Carlo. His voice was a low rumble. "Who?" "Her husband," woman choked out. "He's a cop. A dirty one. The custody hearing is today." From the shadows, Elias, the prophet, Cain spoke, his eyes still closed. He had been perfectly still, but now his head tilted as if listening to a distant frequency. "A serpent in a uniform. Its venom is the law itself." Then, his clouded eyes opened and fixed on the pocket watch. The timepiece, it stopped not in sleep, but in shock. The final moment its owner felt safe. A soul's last breath captured in silver. The crew mobilized. Vito's laptop was already open. "Lawyers are too slow." Bella guided woman to a chair, her voice a calming force. "Your daughter's name is Maria," gently extracting every crucial detail. "Paying his debts is a bandage," Nicola stated. "We cut it out. Marco, the ghost, was ready. I'll find his nest." Nicola smoothed his tie. "The courthouse. The judge." Then, from his corner, Finn, the jackal, piped up. "A guy like that brags. I can be a fly on the wall. I'll find the pressure points." Nicola nodded. "Go with Axel. Eyes only." Axel, the anvil, cracked his knuckles. Then he looked at Nicola, his expression grim. "But this cop, he won't have just a lawyer. He'll have backup. Off-duty buddies. Muscle. We need to counter that. We need a show of force that can't be ignored." Axel pulled out his phone, and sent a single, coded text. An hour later, the intelligence was in. Marco reappeared with a safety deposit box key and a burner phone full of damning photos. Finn reported the judge was in the husband's pocket. The scene at the county courthouse was tense. Officer Miller stood smug in his uniform. Maria looked broken, clutching her baby. Then, the doors opened. Nicola and Axel took seats in the back. Finn positioned himself with unshakable confidence. The air grew thick. From the social club, Vito made the call. Miller's phone buzzed. He saw the photo, and his smug expression vanished. The color drained from his face. He tried to bluster, to object, but the image on the screen held him captive. He was trapped. He crumbled, signing over everything to Maria. But the real threat was waiting outside. As the group exited, a drunk and enraged Miller lunged from behind a pillar, service pistol in hand. "Gun!" Isabella screamed, pulling Maria and the baby to safety. Finn kicked a piece of gravel, making Miller stumble. Axel moved like lightning, his hand closing around Miller's wrist with a sickening crunch. The gun clattered to the ground. But it wasn't over. From a parked van across the street, its windows tinted black, two of Miller's dirty cop buddies emerged, their own weapons drawn. "Axel! Down!" Bella yelled. Axel shoved Miller to the ground, turning to face the new threat. He was a beast, but he was outgunned. That's when the world exploded with sound. It wasn't gunfire. It was the thunder of 30 Harley-Davidson engines roaring to life in perfect, deafening unison. The Iron Devils had arrived. They weren't parked neatly. They formed a semicircle around the courthouse steps, a wall of leather, denim, and steel. Their bikes blocked the van, the exits, everything. They didn't brandish weapons. They didn't have to. Their leader, Grendel, a man as wide as Axel, killed his engine. The sudden silence was more terrifying than the noise. He looked at the two dirty cops, who were now frozen in place, their guns seeming small and useless. "We're all witnesses here," Grendel said, his voice carrying easily across the square. "Saw you two draw down on a civilian. Saw you conspire with that piece of trash on the ground." He gestured to Miller. "My boys have very good memories. And very long reach." The message was clear. "Shoot, and you'll never make it to trial. Run, and we'll find you." The cops slowly, carefully, placed their guns on the asphalt, and put their hands in the air. The Iron Devils had not thrown a single punch. They hadn't needed to. Later, back at the club, the pocket watch sat on the table. Old Lady looked at the strange, fearsome family that had saved her. "Your son," Elias said, a rare smile on his weathered face. He pointed a bony finger at the watch. "The serpent is in the cage. The clock can tick again." Woman held the watch. She said it was a promise. That the most dangerous men she ever knew, were the only ones who could guarantee justice. The crew looked at the watch, then at each other. They were the planner, the ghost, the fixer, the prophet, the jackal, the guardian. And now, they were also, irrevocably, a brotherhood with a roaring engine at its back.